Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into something we've all encountered, loyalty programs. You know the drill, the points, the rewards, the little cards, and especially those 10% off signs. We're going to look at a really cool model from Getslocal that completely flips the script on how we think about all of it. This might just change how you see your very next purchase.
So if you're a business owner, you got to ask yourself a serious question. You offer discounts to bring people in, right? To keep them coming back. But what if that discount, that friendly gesture, is actually just a slow leak, draining cash right out of your business? It's a huge question. And the answer? Well, it's probably not what you think. You know, we tend to think of a discount as a pretty straightforward deal. You give up a little profit, but you get a happy, loyal customer. Simple. But is that what's really going on? To figure that out, we have to look past the sales pitch and get down to the hard numbers to see what that discount truly does to the cash in your till.
Okay, check this out. These two graphs tell the whole story. On the left, a loyal customer spends $500 over 10 visits. But with a straight 10% discount, see that red bar? That's $50 in cash, gone, just vanished. Now look at the right. At 20% off, that loss doubles to $100. Either way, you're awarding loyalty by just giving away money that you never even get to touch. And this right here, this is the classic headache for every business owner. You want to reward your best customers. You absolutely need their loyalty, but it feels like the only tool you have is to literally hand over your revenue. It's so frustrating. But what if there's another way? What if that's just a false choice? And this is where Getslocal comes into the picture with a program they call Club Rewards. It is built on a totally different philosophy. The whole goal is to take what's normally a business cost and turn it into a powerful engine for growth. Now, here's the core idea, the big promise. What if you could give your customers points that feel super valuable, that keep them excited and coming back, but and this is the important part, what if they don't cost you a single dime when you hand them out? Yeah, sounds a little too good to be true, right? Well, let's pull back the curtain and see how it works.
Okay, now look closely at this graph. This shows the Getslocal model in action. See that green line? That's your sales. Every single purchase is at full price, no discount. The customer earns points, but then at that 10th visit when they redeem them, something wild happens. They actually make a bigger purchase, pushing the total cash in your till to $550. So wait, how is that even possible? Let's break it down. To really get how this works, we're going to follow a really simple case study. It's called the upselling secret, and we're going to meet a customer named Sally. This is going to show us the two critical parts of this system, how points are issued and how they're redeemed. So here's Sally. She loves her shoe store. She's a great customer, comes in 10 times a year, spends $50 a pop. The shop gives her a 10% reward rate, so over the year, she banks 5,000 points. That's worth a cool $50. Now, here is the absolute key. Up to this point, the shop has made every sale at full price. They haven't lost anything.
All right, it's redemption day. And this is where the strategy gets really, really smart. To use her $50 reward, the shop's rules say she needs to make a minimum purchase of $100. That's double what she normally spends. This is designed to get Sally to look at the nicer stuff, to upgrade her purchase, to unlock that deal she earned.
And here it is, the secret sauce. Upselling. To cash in her $50 reward, Sally happily buys that $100 pair of shoes she's been eyeing. She's thrilled to double her spending because it unlocks her savings. For the shop, those points just became a tool that created a bigger sale, not just a cost. Now, to fully get why this is so powerful, we have to talk about one quick business term, gross profit margin, or GPM. Don't worry, no crazy math here. It's simply the profit a business makes on a product before paying for things like rent. It's the difference between the retail price and what the shop paid for the item. And this number, this is the secret ingredient that makes the rewards profitable. And here is the aha moment. The shoe shop has a 50% profit margin. This means that $50 reward voucher, it doesn't actually cost them $50. The real cost to the business is just the wholesale price of the shoes, which is only $25. And since Sally paid $50 in cash towards her $100 purchase, that cash
completely covers the wholesale cost. The reward costs them nothing out of pocket on that transaction.
So let's just step back and look at the final score. The shop's total sales from Sally are now $550, not the $450 it would have been with a discount. And Sally, she's over the moon. She just used her loyalty to get a $100 pair of shoes for half price. This isn't a compromise, this is a true win-win. The business drives higher sales, and the customer gets way more value. And hey, this principle works everywhere, especially in businesses with high margins. Take a pizzeria, right? Big Mama's has an 80% GPM. When a customer redeems a $50 reward on a big $100 family order, the actual cost of the restaurant is just $10 in dough and toppings. The higher your margin, the more powerful this whole strategy becomes.
All right, let's put it all side by side. The final tally. As a business owner, you have two choices. On the left, a standard 10% discount. You end up with $450 in sales because $50 just vanished into thin air. On the right, the Getslocal rewards model. It drives an upsell, resulting in $550 in sales, and the reward only really costs you $25 in product. The difference is, well, it's a no-brainer.
So this is what we call the points advantage. You stop leaking revenue on every sale. You inspire your customers to spend more. Your actual profits are protected because the real cost is so much lower, and your total sales go up, not down. You're not just rewarding loyalty anymore, you're actively building a more profitable business because of it.
So what is the total bottom line difference in our shoe store example? After all is said and done, what's the difference in cash in the bank between these two models? It's $100. That's how much more money the business has at the end of the year. That is not a small number. That is a real significant impact.
So the next time you see a 10% off sign, or you think about offering one yourself, just ask the question, is there a smarter way? Is there a way to create a bigger win for absolutely everyone involved? It's a powerful thought to chew on. Thanks for joining us on The Explainer.